Hey, how's everybody going? Well, I have some news for everybody. and I mean this particularly in Clarendon County. um, Me and my cousin and I were talking. My dad's brother's daughter, were just talking, and we were trying to figure out the cousin thing. And she was asking me, how this person, that person related. I said, and what was wrong with first cousins, kissing and carrying. Well, I've have a couple sets of cousins that are married in my family. Um, well, yeah, yeah, I do. Actually, one that I know of. And they have no deformities in their family. Actually, their children are very smart, and one's very smart. Um, anyway, what I'm trying to get at is there are certain people, particularly I'm focusing on Clarendon County here, and I could say the same about McMinn County here in Tennessee, um, and I'm sure I would be right. But if you go back a couple hundred years ago and you look at some plats and you see people who settled here, I got three 11 by 17 notebook type folders of plats that go way back, and most every surname in those plats are there today in Clarendon County, meaning whatever Sumter District type counties, that which is consisted of three or four counties around Clarendon County, which was a Sumter District, and I'm sure in other counties. It's not that they're inbreds; it's just that their lines were um, went down, and people who settled here, they had children, their children had children. Some moved off, but most of them stayed. And so the line was continued all the way down, like my last name, Holiday. My family came from, my Holiday side came from Virginia. Um, and, well, first of all, it came from England. And then they settled in Virginia, down there next to the James River. And in 1758, uh, my, I don't, let's see if I can really count it. I'm gonna try to count this. Let's see. Okay, James is my great grandfather. His father was John. That's four. His father was Daniel. Daniel Holiday came from Spotsylvania County about 1758 with his son John and some other children. John was about 18, 19 years old. Um, they settled around this area here, Nasty Branch in Clarendon County. What's Wedgefield and all that down there in Wedgefield, right down the edge of Clarendon County and Sumter County, next to the Santee River. And they had kids and they had kids. All they kind of start, they settled in that certain area and then they started going easterly, and they came about the middle of Clarendon County where Hog Swamp is, which is the name of this channel, Hog Swamp, South Carolina Plats. Because I have more on that than I do anything. And then their children headed toward down 261 toward King Street, Williamsburg County, to Wilson and Forest and places like that. My niece, her father lives on a road called Holiday Drive, or Holiday Road, or I think Holiday Drive. That's because a lot of holidays migrated down in that area. But like in my grandmother's line, my dad's mother, there's a certain family which is very prominent in Clarendon County. There's even a lot of Ridgeways here, matter of fact, and it's the Ridgeways. The Ridgeways are a very prominent family, very well known family. There's not hardly a person who doesn't know a Ridgeway in Manning, Clarendon County, whatever. There's hardly a person who doesn't know a Holiday. There's hardly a person who doesn't know a Louder, a Burgess, or Strange, or something like that. Any of those allied families. DeBose. And that's amazing because I'm related to my own step grandfather. My own step grandfather is my cousin. And so, see, things like that. So I was telling my cousin this, my younger cousin, and she's like, wow. I was like, yeah, because 85, it's not 90% of Clarendon County are all the people who live there, all the ones who descended directly from a certain ancestor are all related. I'm related to all the holidays down there in Wilson and Forreston and all those people, and it doesn't matter what your last name is. We're all cousins in the worldly aspect. We're all cousins. But anyway, she was just amazed at that. I mean, I said it's really nothing big. And so, but she was talking about would it be wrong if first cousins, kissed and did that. I said, well, Joey, there are a lot of cousins who did that, a lot of first cousins, but mostly they were once removed. Their their mothers and fathers and they had children, and when they had children, they were like once removed from another one. And back in the day, like with one of my ancestors, James C. Holiday, he married a girl at the age of 12 or 13 years old, and he was way past her age, way past her age. I think he was born in 1787, and she was born in 1805. So there's like 18 years of age there. It's like, whoa, you know, way past her age. But really, technically, not even so much technically, that I know of, every person in Clarendon County, except for those who moved there in and out, who have descended from a certain person being there. Let's just say William Ridgway, who moved there late 1700s, early 1800s, who had bought a lot of land there. Now, my grandmother was descended from him, not just once, not just twice, not just 3 times, probably about 3 or 4 times. Okay, so that means I was telling her, my cousin, that means we're really related to the Ridgways on my dad's side, my grandma's side, about 4 or 5 times. Now, I was looking at the map here. I got all this stuff written down, but about 4 or 5 of his descendants are direct ancestors to me. Direct, and I'm sure there are some on my mom's side too, which I haven't really looked into because I can't really find a lot of information. Well, why don't you go looking on my side of the family? I was like, well, I can't get enough information. What do you want me to do? But it's the truth. I mean, it's the cold hard truth. As far as I know, I have more Ridgway blood in me than I do probably Holiday, even though I'm descended directly from Holidays. And Rakes, don't let me forget to add Rakes, who later, I mean, they're from Virginia too, and they moved from the same place, England, but they stayed in Virginia. But Holidays decided to move to South Carolina. And like I said, once they got to Wedgefield, that area there, it's old Sumter District, they worked their way down the rivers to Ox Swamp, certain branches of Ox Swamp, Hog Branch, Fellowship Branch, Davis Branch, Sally's Branch, all those tributaries of Ox Swamp. Then they started going eastward down 26521, if any of you know where that is in Clarendon County, going to Williamsburg County, toward where Wilson is now, toward Forreston. There's Forreston's ahead of Wilson, Wilson's ahead of Forreston. I don't know. It depends on which direction you're going. I don't know, but I know that my sister once dated a distant cousin of ours, and his last name was Holiday. So if they ever got old enough together and got married, she wouldn't have to change her name. So, and I've seen in records, I've seen in genealogical information, I've been looking at the stuff now, the stuff I've been doing on the Ox Swamp Plat stuff. a cousin of a cousin, excuse me, a cousin and another cousin with the same last name got married. Nothing weird happened, no deformities, and see, it was all kept in a family. It was all kept in a family. So those things kind of happen. But anyway, um, like I said, that one particular man, that one particular person who had land close to over 200 years ago, one ridgeway, or one outer, one holiday produced many, many offspring. And out of 4 or 5 of those particular offspring are my direct ancestors. Not only are they like my grandparents, but they're also my great 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 granduncles and excuse me, grandaunts. Not only are they my great 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 grandfather, but they're also my great 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 granduncle. So it's weird. You're even kin to yourself 3 or 4, 7, 8, 9 times. I mean, it's weird. It's funky. It's unusual. But if you spend your time thinking about it, it boggles your mind. It just hurts your head. Um, I'm pretty sure that I'm related um, several times over to uh, old girlfriends. That's a girlfriends. Sorry, my nephew calls them girlfriends. But anyway, just wanted to share that. Yeah. What? Anyway, I'll get back to you on that. Have a great day.